Recent U.S. military actions near Venezuela have sparked intense controversy after remarks linked to Donald Trump's chief of staff suggested that the true goal behind the strikes may not be drug enforcement, but pressure aimed at removing Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro from power. The situation began with a series of U.S. maritime operations in the Caribbean Sea and the Eastern Pacific. U.S. officials described the mission as an expanded counter-narcotics campaign, claiming the targeted boats were part of drug smuggling networks operating from Venezuela. But reports soon emerged that the operations resulted in significant loss of life. Families in coastal communities said those killed were fishermen, not traffickers. Human rights organizations raised concerns that civilians may have been targeted and called for independent investigations, warning that the use of lethal force at sea could violate international law. As criticism grew, the White House stood by its actions. Critics argued it revealed a hidden agenda, that the real objective was to weaken or topple the Venezuelan government, not simply stop drug trafficking. The reaction in Washington was swift. Democratic lawmakers accused the administration of admitting to a regime change strategy without congressional approval. Republican responses were divided. Some strongly supported the approach, saying years of sanctions and diplomacy had failed and that Maduro posed a serious regional threat. Others warned that openly pursuing regime change could lead to a wider conflict, damage U.S. credibility, and provoke retaliation from Venezuela's allies. International reaction was equally strong. Venezuela condemned the strikes as acts of aggression and accused the United States of violating its sovereignty. Russia and China also weighed in, criticizing unilateral U.S. actions and warning that escalation could destabilize the region. Tensions increased further when the U.S. began intercepting Venezuelan oil tankers under existing sanctions. While the administration described this as enforcement, critics labeled it a de facto naval blockade. Legal experts warned that blockades are often considered acts of war under international law without authorization. The human impact continued to grow. Families mourned those lost at sea, while advocacy groups reported missing fishermen and destroyed livelihoods. Military and security experts questioned the effectiveness of the strategy. The White House attempted to clarify the situation, insisting U.S. policy had not changed and that the mission remained focused on drug enforcement. Public opinion became sharply divided. Supporters praised the tough stance, arguing that stronger action was long overdue. As naval patrols continue and political pressure builds, the controversy shows no sign of fading. What began as a counter-drug mission is now widely viewed as a potential test of executive power, international law, and U.S.